I mean, the great thing for Fnatic there was they knew that LeBron could be
into the game. You can already see he's getting a lot of successful trades down against Wonder, and this is going to be a big point that Fnatic can look to leverage early on.
Hylissang trading here onto Mickey. The Zenith Fight lands. Ignite goes down onto Hylissang, and Mickey's flash away, but the Ignite is taking it back. Perks tries to answer back, but Fnatic strike first.
And 2 minutes into the game, Fnatic's bot lane again pushed G2's bot lane around. This is what happened all series the last time these teams faced. But here comes Jankos.
Jankos coming in. The root call is going to land, though, and Perks just about able to escape. Jankos flashes forward, looking for the slow onto Reckless. Perks will take the kill, and now Hylissang has to walk away.
This was the bloodshed that we all came for. This is G2 versus Fnatic already. The 2 versus 2 kills coming down bot. Jankos has now hit level 3. And Broxah is back in base, so the likelihood of a counter gank not going to come down from the side of Fnatic.
But again, just to re-emphasize, it was Mickey the last time these teams faced.
Jankos going back in, Reckless, base check straight into it, but he'll take down Perks, and here comes Hylissang! The TP comes in! Jankos takes down Reckless, but Hylissang's going to get counter kill, and now double TP is coming in. Whipper and Wonder join the fight in the bottom lane. Hylissang trying to survive, flashes forward, stuns up Mickey, it's a double for Hylissang! And now Wonder and Whipper are going to fight. Wonder has the red buff, but Whipper can keep chasing in. Wonder's going to get dismounted, now Whipper realizes he can't fight anymore.
G2 heavily investing in this play.
Great flash away from Reckless. Hylissang will be able to tank this up for the moment. Mickey's going to land the skewer, the pullback. Jankos there with the belly bump, and then shut down. Mickey.
Different starting to be built towards Fnatic. A part of it is up towards the top side of the map, but it's also being built in the bot lane thanks to those early kills that Reckless picked up. Wonder actually coming out pretty ahead in this trade.
Just gonna use the bear trap on the rope. Now he has the pocket pistol. Whipper's gonna jump away, but Wonder still has the flash. Whipper has a flash of his own if he wants to try and get out of this. We're looking for the counter strike. Nemesis kills Caps in the mid lane and 1v1. Wonder flashes away. Whipper chases him down. In the final 3 games of the best of 5 last week, well, Fnatic are showing us just how strong they can be in the early game as they go for a fight in the top lane. Jankos goes golden for a second. Whipper's on the chase, but he doesn't really have too much mana. Broxah with the Kingslayer will heal up. Wonder's on his way. Doesn't have the charge, but Broxah's going to be slowed up, and Jankos is just looking for the belly bot. Broxah able to get behind the minions. Whippo's stuck underneath this tower, but I don't think G2 can go for this. Maybe they can. Caps on his way. Whippo just needs enough to leap strike, but he's caught out, and Caps will get his first kill of the finals.
So G2 have the time to overcommit to the
There's
dive.
a fight going on. Mickey's caught out. Reckless will take him out. And Perks underneath the tower. Satisfied with turret plates. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Whippo and Wonder are trading. Whippo's looking for the plates as well, but Hylissang's going to go in. The cleanse away. Perks there. Mickey looking for the stun. Will land it. And Hylissang's caught off guard. Shutdown comes out from Jankos. The MVP of the split shows his worth for G2. And Mickey comes in just in time.
It's Fnatic that are coming out ahead in the gold. Oh, we see Caps looking for Nemesis.
Got straight onto Nemesis, who's in the Twilight Shroud. Nemesis will jump away. Caps goes back, but Broxah now caught off guard. 3-on-1. Jankos takes the kill.
The bloodshed just does not slow down. G2 find themselves another kill onto Broxah, and now Perks is top lane.
In the top lane for some reason, and Whippo was not expecting that. Wonder with a bear trap on the rope will take the kill.
Tilly.
Teleport comes in, they're looking for Perks. It's Reckless, it's Nemesis, they're both here for the party. Jankos and Mickey down towards the bottom side, but Perks stunned up. The Solar Flare comes down and he eats it all. Reckless will take him out.
Aggression. Great utilization of the teleport from both Nemesis and Reckless. The punish the overextension.
Oh,
But
G2
then
despite the catch.
G2 answer with another pick of their own. They find another kill. Fnatic now pushing up towards the top side. If they can secure this play, it's still overall worth it for Fnatic.
And you're still continuing to funnel gold exactly where you need it to be. Broxah in the area, shadowing underneath Hilly and Reckless to make sure that they can do this safely, because if you step out anywhere, someone's going to find you and kill you.
So thank you very much, observers, for bringing up how Fnatic are able to translate this large sum lead on Reckless into their mid game.
Pressure on the side lanes where they are stronger than the G2 members and then collapse. It's very easy for them to continue looking for fights like
Reckless
this.
puts the feather storm to try and dodge away. Caps locked up, and Reckless takes him out.
Maintain this level of pressure, which means that when they collapse and find a successful
Fnatic should be looking for a moment to take the resets if they don't find these picks.
Hylissang goes in double Solar Flare as Mickey jumps into the middle of it all. Jankos there as well. Broxah will take out Mickey before the death bug from below.
Start setting up for the next play. They are in a very strong position. G2 have to be creative about how they're going to get their foot back into this. And
The
again,
ability to get away from dodge when you need to, and Reckless has shown a couple of times how happy he is to pop that ult to make sure he doesn't take any damage.
slowly stack this farm, and they also have the Rift Herald. So this is the easiest way to secure that mid tower. Now we see Whippo getting collapsed on, but he has nothing to fear. Jax is just going to jump out to save.
But using the Rift Herald in tandem with that pressure point.
Innocent scored out. Yeah, he went a little bit too deep trying to protect the Rift Herald.
Using the Herald in tandem with the pressure point of Whippo into that bot lane, making sure that they didn't have all 5 members of G2 under the tower and that the Herald would secure pushing down that mid lane. So important to take that on the objective because now Fnatic can really start speeding this game up again.
See if they can. G2 are going to answer with a mid tower of their own. 3-3 in the turret score. Fnatic have a couple of dragons in their back pocket. Reckless past the Featherstorm, but the hook, it still pulls him back, and Jankos goes in. That was beautiful from G2. Perfection in a nutshell, and now Fnatic fall
into much more.
But the key thing that I want to underline is the flash being down.
Look at the Jax. Whippo chasing down Perkz. Perkz doesn't have flash anymore, but he has got a blast going, and he hasn't got a life. Whippo shot.
23 and 25 minutes. Reckless and Perkz are playing on a nice
Caps is going for this, straight onto Reckless, but the solar flare will land, and Caps dies. G2 can do nothing about this. The first Baron of finals goes to Fnatic.
Or I guess Caps.
Use the fact that you have level advantages and item advantages to bully these members away. Bait G2 to come to you to allow you to secure these objectives, and Nemesis demonstrating it beautifully in the bottom of your screen. 2 members go top, Fnatic trade it for 2 towers.
And now Fnatic are just going to knock straight on this door. Mickey on the front line, Hylissang's going to get stunned up, but they're just looking for the tower. Hylissang down to about half HP, the Ignite ticking away, but Perkz doesn't have the mana to answer back. Whippo's pushed in that bot lane, that wave is about to hit the turret as well. Nemesis
next mountain, and with double mounting, securing the next spawning Baron will be huge, and that means for G2.
Still kind of a sucker punch comp. If they find you and you don't know that they're there, they can just kill you.
But Hylissang is the tankiest member of Fnatic. Jankos goes golden for the second. Caps trying to get him from the side. Reckless uses Featherstorm. Hylissang's still alive, and Jankos will be shut down. Here comes the charge in from the side as G2 are looking for the fight. Hylissang's going to go down, off towards the side as well. Mickey has fallen, and Fnatic are coming out on top. G2 can do nothing about it. One just dismounted. G2 destroyed as Fnatic.
They couldn't find the target that they needed. G2 have been kicked around all game, forced off of the Baron, double mountain. Fnatic can take whatever they want.
Perkz right now looking for Board. Oh, but he doesn't realize that Nemesis and Broxah are right behind him.
I think he does now, Vedius. Perkz going to dodge away, but Nemesis is on the chase. Fnatic are on the chase, and Whippo takes his 3rd kill of the game. Caps behind enemy lines here, maybe thinking Reckless is going to start off the red buff. He knows it. Reckless jumps on, flashes away. Caps on the chase. Reckless. Oh, it's all Reckless. It's all Reckless and Hylissang. It's all Fnatic. The shield at the end here, saving Reckless's life, and Hylissang is there to stand by.
Now things are looking great for Fnatic.
It's by the numbers for Fnatic. They put Nemesis in top, Whippo in bot, and now G2 think maybe we can find a pick on the side lane. Nemesis trying to get away. He chunks out Wonder. The charge comes out. Teleport coming in behind G2 now as Nemesis goes golden for the second. Reckless and Broxah are on their way. Whippo fighting down towards the bottom side. Wonder trying to chase onto Nemesis. Caps is there as well, but Nemesis will take him out in the 1v3. Meanwhile, Whippo is fighting down towards the bottom side. They'll kill Jankos. Caps trying to escape. Eventually will be able to distort away, and it looks like Mickey will escape in that bush as well. Gets back to base, but meanwhile, Whippo and Hylissang are knocking on the door of Fnatic. Reckless is going to teleport in, and this may be game 1 done in favor of Fnatic.
Fnatic taking advantage of G2's last stand and just crushing them underfoot. That's going to be the first inhibitor of the game secured for Fnatic. They're looking to take game 1. Reckless.
Oh, Reckless almost gets out. Perkz, he'll take him out. Caps lands the chains, but Reckless rooted up. Doesn't really mean too much. Caps flashes away. The death from below. Stolen away by Broxah. Won't be enough damage, but now the Nexus turrets are the target. Hylissang. Reckless. The double kill. Fnatic have not come to Athens for 2nd place. They have come to demolish G2. And in game 1, they will cast them by the wayside. Fnatic are 1-0 up in Athens.
I would love to see Shen.
Okay, we're going to get the Renekton. So another comfort for Whippo. Definitely not a weak matchup, but it is something that rugs. There is no vision towards the top side, but he's in a position to support his top laner. But now Whippo has no flash.
Whippo burned his flash, Wonder flashed away, and now Jankos is on the way. Broxah's on the top side of the map, but can he get there in time? Whippo trying to get away. Doesn't have the slice and dice and doesn't have a life left.
They were trying to secure him and save him from the potential cross-map play from Jarvan. Jarvan's love to go red, go over the Dragon Wall, and then take away the blue. Broxah started on his blue buff, so that wasn't going to happen. But Jankos just rocked into his jungle and took everything.
And it's not only about how far Broxah's been put behind, it's how far Whippo's been put behind as well. He's 2 longswords down in this lane, and Wonder doesn't even need Jankos' help to take the
killed Caps and he was put behind. Now the support of Fnatic's jungler is hit. They're looking for Caps.
No flash on Boxer. Caps still has a flash of his own. He jumps back in. The Kingslayer isn't enough, and Boxer will take the dragon of the game. They have a 1,000 gold lead, predominantly sitting in Wonder's back pocket. He's finished a Tiamat now on the Kled, and it seems like when
You have push on mid with Caps making the rotation up. Teleport coming in from Perks as well.
G2 investing everything into the top side of the map. Whipper trying to get the kill. The Meekop, he'll heal up, but he can't quite get the kill. 5 kills per minute. That doesn't mean this team doesn't know how to play the map. They are so good at working out exactly how to make the most efficient play, and I think we just saw it.
Have it completely collapse, and he's not trying to put out fires, that he can very quickly set up the map for 1, 2, 3 massive swings in favor of G2.
Oh, Nemesis is going in onto Caps here. Caps steals away the ultimate, but he'll use it in response. Boxer gets Mickey down towards the bottom side, and meanwhile in the mid lane, Caps is still chasing. Nemesis able to get away for the moment, both of the mid lane.
This might force Fnatic's hands to force something to happen here.
Mickey's on his way down here, and the teleport's coming from G2 straight away. So hard to dive. Eclair, he'll just dismount, but now he's going to charge in, and Boxer is the main target. Teleport in here, but behind by Fnatic.
Level 11, I think that they're actually strong enough to be able to challenge G2, but they're going to go Aura.
Here we go, they know Caps doesn't have ult. He's stunned up, and here comes Boxer, but Caps steals away the ult and knocks Nemesis back into the tower, and Yakos is on his way. Nemesis has to get away, but the Cataclysm will chase him down and dunk him out of the fight. Boxer goes golden for the moment, but he is not going to get the gold medal for this play. Yankos in the end will take him out, and Yankos is
play out their solo lanes, continue to funnel gold onto the likes of the Akali, as well as make time for Reckless to get towards that 3 items. It feels like, at least at this point in the game, as soon as Kai'Sa has 1 more item in her back pocket, you're sitting more in the power pocket of G2 than Fnatic.
Fnatic looking for those second items before they can really take these big fights, but Nemesis doesn't think he needs it. Charge away here. Wonder is going to chase onto Boxer, but Boxer's already being called out by Yankos. Nemesis trying to trade in the fight, but Perks jumps in. Nemesis goes all the way onto the backline, and now he's in a 2v4. It's Whipper and Nemesis trying to make the fight happen. Yankos dodges away. Wonder, the hook comes out for Mickey, and Whipper will all G2 take 2 in the river.
The race is on between the two as to who can secure 1,000 kills.
Perks is like, I'm the ADC, I'm ready to start grouping up, and everyone...
What are you doing here? This is not Hillersick, my friends. He was just sitting in the pit by himself, and G2 take the kill on a silver platter.
Oh, you don't like to see that. Oh, and with that kill, Yankos...
Currently as it is, G2, they have things like the Cataclysm and the Kled ultimate, although they are sitting more... As soon as the rest of G2 show up, until Reckless is ready, they need to disengage.
Who finds who though, Frost?
Yeah, G2 will take this fight. The hook's going to connect onto Whipper. Boxer with the knockback, and now the fight really erupts. Whipper pulled back, but Mickey's so low. Wonder trying to jump in. Yankos there on the front line as well, but Fnatic getting the TP in here by Nemesis, and another binding connects. The Lantern will get Yankos out in time. And he...
That close to the 3rd item, that's all you want, because then you're going to feel more confident, but he might die.
Yankos going in, they're trying to turn it around. Yankos with the Cataclysm, but the Feather Sword comes out. Here's the redemption as well. Hillersan goes golden for the moment, but he's going to be caught up in Mr. G2, and Perks is on the killing spree. Reckless survives. Hillersan... Mickey is so good at saving people with that Lantern. Oh no, Perks stays around. Nemesis trying to jump onto the backline. He gets into the Twilight Shroud. Will jump away with the perfect execution, but Caps is on the chase. He doesn't quite connect. Nemesis dodging the fancy feet. Caps goes down, and Nemesis survives.
And the misplay comes through from Caps. Nemesis is able to sidestep everything and walk away with his life. Teleport's now coming through from G2.
Fnatic may have stayed around too long because G2 have double TPs. Wonder doesn't have the charge, but he's on the chase. Here comes Hillersan, Reckless around the corner, and now maybe G2 have invested a little bit too much because Nemesis can jump in, and Boxer comes in from the back, and now it's a 4v5. Wonder takes out Boxer. The second kill goes down as Whipper falls, and G2 finds 3. It's Reckless and Hillersan. They have to do it all if they're going to save this, but Wonder's still on the chase. Reckless trying to get the autos out, but he is done for. G2 in a 4v5 find the ace.
G2 so much to actually kill Caps. They then wanted to try and gain control over the river, and the moment Wonder remounts, it's all over for Fnatic.
And once again, the charge comes in. G2 not taking their foot off the pedal for a second. Mickey going in onto Boxer, and Perks is going to chase him down. Hillersan low, but Boxer's trying to get away from Mickey and Perks, and he cannot do it today. Caps gets a kill on the backline as Fnatic are just scattered to the winds. Hillersan trying to get away with the EQ combo. The smite is not quite enough from Yankos. Trying to do one better than Perks, couldn't quite manage it. Meanwhile, the rest of G2 are pushing in the bottom lane, but the redemption for Mickey! Redemption redemption from his poor performance last week, perhaps, as he finds the kill. Caps is pushing in bot lane, as you were about to say, Frost, but I still have control, as G2 had control of this game. The inhibitors their next target, and Fnatic have to find some way to fight back.
I mean, it's salt in the wound for Fnatic at this point. G2 had the perfect wave set up, they took a fight, they rotated bottom, they kick in that inhib, and now they're looking to knock on mid lane store. This might be GG next.
From Baron to Nexus in a minute and a half, G2 are unrelenting. They will take 2 inhibitors, but they do not go for the win.
7 onto this Kai'Sa. G2, they've managed to slow the pace of the game.
Near the fight, they can just melt through the front line that is Whippo. Fnatic gets split apart, and we have more fighting.
Mickey puts down the box, Hylissang on the front line, but Perks just deletes him from the face of Summoner's Rift. The hooks connect, the Cataclysm comes out, but Nemesis can't even kill the AD carry. And 20 kills to 4, Fnatic are being demolished by G2. The charge comes out, Reckless running for the wins, but he's playing hide and seek, while G2 are playing League of Legends. They're looking for the win. Those Nexus towers are on their mind.
And it feels like this is going to be a series truly about the bot lanes. Fnatic had Reckless and Hilly dominate game number 1, but this time around it's Perks and Mickey that hit back in game number 2.
G2 playing for the kills as they are wanted to do. It took them a while to warm up, but this is the G2 we saw at MSI. This is the G2 that dominated the regular season, and this is the G2 that will tie up the series. Could be flexed into support. Shen is locked in. Expect that to be going to Hylissang in the bottom lane.
So, what this sets the expectation for is early
Fnatic have to stay around. They're going for it. It's taken by Perks. He doesn't even have Smite. What were the junglers doing? The taunt comes out as Caps tries to chase in. Broxah has to flash away. Hylissang's burned his as well. But now with the exhaust coming down, Perks will land the red buff slow. And Broxah is in for a world of hurt. There's no escape. G2 first.
As it was, especially in game 1. We kind of see scaling options on both sides, and for Fnatic, it's very much about splitting up the map. They want to be playing on their side lanes, pushing out those lanes, and then maybe looking to group, whereas G2 will be looking to play around objectives. They'll be looking to team fight with the 5 versus 5, because the scaling on the likes of a Kai'Sa. Oh, and an all-in happens.
Jumping straight onto Mickey here. The explosive shot lands, but Reckless going to jump forward, and now the teleport comes in behind them. Reckless needs to get the kill if he's going to get out. He tries to jump away with the flash as well. The Caps is on the chase. He has the flash. He's going in. Hylissang trying to tank it up. The Cat steals away the buster shot. Will it be enough damage? Yes, it will. Caps gets another, and now Fnatic are trying to react. Hylissang just about gets into the bush. Out of vision. G2 can't find him, but then knocked back. Jankos goes down, and now Caps is the new target. 3 members of Fnatic are going to chase him down. There's no escape for Caps. Fnatic find the kill.
So, Fnatic continuing to maintain pressure on the bot side of the map. You can see the CS discrepancy building more and more. Broxah now up top lane to support Whippo, as Wonder's getting forced back.
Bear trap on a rope will not quite get the second connection of Jankos is around the corner, but here is the chase of the Glacial Prism lands. It's Broxah who's tanking up the tower. He will pay for the dive with his life because Jankos is waiting for him to pop out of the stopwatch. Broxah trying to survive, but that Sejuani should be able to chase him down. Maybe Broxah's been able to escape. No, he has not. Jankos comes in with the Arctic Assault, but he has saved time. Grippo coming in from the side has the counter strike, will land the stun, and now Jankos has overextended for the kill, and Grippo will happily exit.
While it didn't work out for Fnatic initially, they can just keep making this play later on into the game. That Jax 1v1 will not always be a 1v1 because the Shen ultimate is primed and ready to help support it.
Grippo uses the Rift up towards the top side, but meanwhile in the bottom side of the map, Perks goes golden, dodges out from the cast. Stand United use onto Broxah, but Caps is on the chase, and G2 had the first kill of the game. Reckless there, coming across, first kill of the fight indeed. Nemesis jumping forward into perfect execution. Reckless needs to get some autos in if Fnatic are going to turn this one around because G2 at the moment are happy with their single kill. They'll back away. The Rift held in top lane didn't do too much with Whippo either.
Yeah, and that's the key thing, was the fact that Wonder was able to stave off the Rift Herald. Whippo didn't push down the tower, but this is kind of what I expect. The play patterns need to change. If Fnatic have so much control over the map, when they start opening up into a 1-3-1 because they have the Shin, they have the Akali, they have the Jax, I expect G2 to look at forcing fights.
Here we go, Caps with the stolen barrel and Hylissang with...
To get in Sejuani's face, because they need to figure out where these members are to make sure that Whippo can be safe when he does, whenever Whippo's that far.
Whippo now has rotated towards the mid lane. Nemesis trading in. Caps trying to do what he can. Has element to steal away. Jumps in forward. Here's the Stand United though, and Caps has dived too greedily. He has dived too deep, and he is shot down. But the winner of this will take the first seed. Will not have to play in the gauntlet. Alongside that, G2 have never gone through the
Built to fight with their crowd control and peel. We might see a fight right now.
fight begins. Jankos secures the Dragon Box is in the pit and he's almost down. He gets taken out, sniped by Perks, and now the charge comes in from the side. Perks surviving on the back line as Cripple takes down Jankos. Mickey low, down to half HP. Reckless jumping forward. They've gone for Perks. They've assassinated him. And now G2 have fallen apart. Mickey will flash away, but Fnatic say you are not escaping today. The chase continues as Wonder dodges away with the joust. But here comes Crippo. Leap strike, up the leap strike, chasing down G2. Nemesis looking for the catch, can't quite find it. But Hillisang has the flash taunt here if he wants it. Crippo goes down, Cap's coming back in. The barrel doesn't land, but the taunt comes out. And now it's an all-white brawl in the bottom lane. And it's Fnatic who are coming out on top.
Caps crumbles as he completely misses the Gragas ultimate. He could have knocked all those members of Fnatic underneath the tower and won that team fight for G2, but it is Fnatic that are able to stymie the pressure from G2, that come out ahead in the team fight, and now this is going towards the Infernal, but they don't realize that Reckless is doing it solo, so they're not going to take the risk, they're just going to disengage. You're watching as a Fnatic fan, because you can see ways in which they can win the game, but it feels like they're so tunneled on this Baron.
Cripple can just kind of free dive the Kled now if he wants to try to force the
Here we
play.
go. It's Perks. He's being caught out. There's no escape. He uses the killing instinct of the cleanse, but in the end, Cripple will take the kill, and now Hillisang's here to help the fight. And it's Wonder on the front line. Mickey trying to back him up. Wonder still has the GA. Fnatic healed up with a redemption, but towards the bottom of the fight. Nemesis is almost caught out by Jankos and Caps, and now Fnatic won the offensive. Fnatic won the front foot. Reckless is jumping forward, but they can't find anything more. Fnatic turns
Just take this Baron completely uncontested.
33 minutes in the end, they take. Can change the entire thing. Perhaps we've seen Fnatic's moment there as they were struggling, but the top and the bot are on towards the inhibitor towers. Look at the wave sync. Double cannon, one cannon left in the top lane. Jankos jumping in there, looking for Nemesis, but the Stand United comes out straight away and he's able to dodge away. And now the rest of Fnatic will look towards that mid lane. Try and open up on the tower, can't quite get there because the wave comes out. Mickey jumps forward. Reckless opening up the big guns, chips away at Mickey's health. But meanwhile in the top lane, Fnatic are pulling G2 all over the map. They're trying to get onto the inhibitor, can't quite get it yet. But the rest of Fnatic are pushing in, trying to join up with their team because here comes the next wave. Jankos and Perks defending in top. Meanwhile, in the bottom side, Crippo is facing against Wonder and Caps. The mid wave is pushing in. Reckless trying to get it, but Mickey is able to stand there at the moment. Wonder going in with a bear trap on the rope in the bottom lane. And you can see Caps is on the chase, but what can Fnatic do with this? Crippo's down, and Fnatic were not able to use that time to crack the base.
Fnatic actually could not crack in a position that G2 don't actually have to worry about this. They're gaining mid-prio, which means that they can
Look at
actually win the
TP.
challenge, but here comes a flank from Fnatic.
Here we go, one fight to define the game, one fight to win it. If you're Fnatic, but Perks jumps away. Crippo trying to get in from the backside. Wonder jumping over the back of the Fnatic lines, and Nemesis has a flank position. He's caught out with the Glacier Prism, but the Standing United will keep him alive for the moment. He's shut down! Nemesis goes down! Wonder goes into the GA, and the rest of G2 are trying to get them in time, but Wonder's on the wrong side of the wall. In the end, it will be a 1-1 trade. The taunt comes out. Reckless could jump forward. Fnatic are looking for that final kill. They just need one. They just need the resets. Reckless opening up with the guns, but they can't quite find it.
Fnatic have the health advantage, and remember, Reckless at this point in the game could just solo the Elder Drake, so G2 have to be so careful. Waves are pushing in the bot side of the map. Caps does have the teleport to join, but look, Reckless is starting it off.
And look at Hilly, he got in underneath them.
Jankos caught out. The counter-strike comes out, but Jankos wants the stopwatch just for the moment. The taunt comes out onto Mickey. Jankos is down. The TP coming in from Caps straight into all four members of his former team. And Caps cannot survive that. Reckless gets away on the backline. Caps goes down. It's a double from Rippo. And Fnatic have found their moment.
And the solution for Fnatic in this Rubik's Cube is simply to rip it apart. They use the TP, they force the fight onto G2. They say, we are no longer about the side lanes. We will take the 5v5, and they outperform in the end.
And the biggest thing was that Fnatic had the health advantage. Even if their comp isn't that easy to execute in terms of the 5v5, you can make up for the deficit.
Reckless rocks it behind him and then just pushes forward and takes complete towers with the Tristana speed like that.
Tower goes down in the top lane. There's a huge wave down here in the bottom. Wonder and Jankos trying to defend, but the inhibitor is the new target for Fnatic in that top side. Whipper jumping in. Wonder's going to joust away, but the inhibitor has fallen in top, and now Fnatic will open their eyes towards the bottom lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the inhibitor tower goes down. Jankos caught out a little bit by Boxer, who chucked out the cars, and now the Stand United comes onto Whippo. He's stunned up, but he can't die. It's Fnatic. They're unkillable. They die underneath the Nexus towers. Whippo goes into the GA, but look at the damage that Reckless can put down. He jumps forward, trying to catch onto Caps, but the exhaust will stop him in his tracks. In the end, Caps falls, and in a game of inches, in a game of moments, Fnatic fight their way to match point. Found a way that can impact this game from the top lane. It's Irelia, could still be flexed, but expect this to go into the hands of Wonder.
By Jankos, but Broxa sniffs it, and Whippo so far has been playing weak side well. Broxa also covering him, so on this crash, G2 won't be able to get anything from it.
Broxa might be looking to jump in here. It looks like it could be first blood. Wonder caught out. Broxa able to sneak past Jankos, as you say. And in the top lane, G2 are ready for the fray. They catch the wave, and Whippo really has no place to go. He uses the shield. Jankos tanking it up, and he will just body bump across. Caps might fall. One more tower shot would be enough, but he survives. And G2 execute the gank perfectly. But here comes Broxa. Flash away from Wonder.
G2 also aware Nemesis is missing in the mid lane. There is the potential for a dive. So a lot of pings are coming out, teleport available, which means that if they were trying to force something on the bot side of the map, he can quickly join.
Jankos stops, Broxa going in, but here comes Nemesis, the flash away onto the blast cone. Nemesis might still look for the chase, the perfect execution, and the perfect kill for Nemesis. He's on the board, one kill in this game.
Now the bot lane of G2 looking to collapse. The lantern is thrown.
Broxa on the wrong side of this, still only level 5, does have the flash. Gonna use the Sonic Wave on towards the tower, flashes away, and Caps isn't gonna chase. Nemesis hooked up by Mickey. Here comes Hillesang though, and Reckless is gonna jump forward, blade away. Perks with the Feather Storm will try and pull him back, but Nemesis flashes towards Wonder, who has joined the fight, and that is Wonder getting the kill, and already Reckless has fallen as well. G2 collapse in their own jungle and find 3 kills.
A little bit auspicious.
Yeah, just a little bit obvious, you have to think. The flawless duet coming out here from Wonder, but Broxa is on the chase. Whippo's gonna land the root. Broxa just needs to land the Sonic Wave. Has the Dragon's Rage. Could look for the kick, but they're looking for the tower. Here comes Jankos. He's got the ult, and Broxa tries to kick him away. The barrel doesn't quite connect. Wonder running away from the bottom side of the fight as Whippo steps forward. The barrel knocks him back, and now Wonder's gonna jump in. The flawless duet's done. Is on the mark, and G2 find another
supports in their jungle to roam into their lane, to get mid lane priority, to unlock them to roam around. And so,
massive fight in the mid lane as Caps misses the abduct, and here comes the Stand United. Caps not in the best of shapes. The perfect execution doesn't hit, but the taunt does, and Caps is shut down. Fnatic say we can.
Fnatic will have a numbers advantage, and I feel like Fnatic know this as Caps and Nemesis go in the 1v1.
Caps steals away the ult. Mickey on his way up. The perfect execution stun will land. Oh, just dodged away there with the Twilight Shroud and the knock. But here goes Nemesis straight onto the backline. The lantern's out. Caps trying to win the 1v1. He does! He takes him out! And now Mickey's there to help out his mid laner. Whippo gonna land the root. The damage coming out onto Mickey, but this is not an AP Karma. This is a tank Karma, so Whippo does not have.
They actually have Nemesis TP up to top, and they keep Whippo in mid. This gets them a lot of gold into this mid lane, but now they're looking for a fight.
Mickey flashes in, the hook lands, the play lands. Jankos coming in from the side as well, and Whippo is done for. They greeted with the Herald.
4-1 and 2. It's going to give Jankos a lot more comfort to move into this jungle, and we're going to keep our eyes on what Silas and what a call.
It doesn't matter that Jankos takes 2 tower shots, it's just about forcing Whippo off the turret. Wonder will secure it, first tower of the game. Fnatic looking towards the bottom side, making a symmetrical play, but it looks like Jankos and Wonder are still pushing in.
Notice though that we see Nemesis actually roam down to the bot side, which actually then gives the Silas priority in mid. This then gives safety for Jankos on the top side to actually drop some vision in the heart of the jungle, and maybe even set up a dive on the Nemesis.
Not on the way the ultimate. Nemesis stunned up, but the Stand United comes out, and maybe they're going to turn onto Jankos here. G2 5 men strong in the mid lane. It's only Broxa, Hillesang, and Nemesis for the moment. Reckless not there, has the TP, but they're going to defend the tower. Teleport coming in by Reckless as G2 back away, and Fnatic have been able to defend their mid lane turret.
On a knife's edge, so many skill shots just barely missing going.
Will affect the rest of the game. Like,
Oh,
with
no.
these people in these positions, with these players as fed as they are, how do we expect the next 10 to 15 minutes to play out?
Well, I think for us,
It's only a cloud. We don't have to fight over this. They will back away, but Wonder tore it up. Hillesang flashing in. Now Wonder has a flash of his own, but look at how much damage he's already taken.
Wait.
Oh no, Reckless jumped away from him! And Wonder escapes! A massive misplay from Reckless!
I can't believe Wonder actually survived that fight. Now Jankos goes in.
Jankos jumps straight in, and Perks can just open up the Spirit's Refuge. Won't save Reckless for long. He pays for his mistake with his life, and now Wonder's trying to go to box on the
Fight's
top
still
side
going.
of it. They kick away with the Dragon's Rage, but G2 see their
Here comes the
opportunity
TP.
to strike. TP coming in by Caps as G2 look for a flank position. Now Broxa can just jump across the wall. Hillesang's here to help him out. Broxa jumps away, but Caps chases him down, and G2 find 2 quick kills.
And the Baron
to do one better with 8. Now the fight might begin again as Mickey misses the death sentence, but Whippo's knocked back. Wonder kicked away, but Perks is on a killing spree, and now Reckless has to flash away. G2 find another pick, and that Baron is very much alive.
I think it's very dangerous to just start the Baron, though. G2 have a lot of squishy members, so their focus should be on securing these tier 2 towers. I don't think Reckless and Hylissang have the strength to be able to stop this, and notice how they're zoning.
Wondering when he would show up. Well, seems
Look
like
at the bot lane, look at the bot lane.
much here. The bot lane is the fight. Whippo and Reckless trying to catch out Wonder. Wonder doing what he can. The Stand United comes out as well. We have to think that's immediately G2 looking towards the Baron. Teleport available for Whippo and Reckless.
They can't actually do it. Brox is actually on the right side of the map. He's making sure that he's covering this Baron. A TP comes out.
Oh, he interrupts it!
There! He interrupts it, and now Nemesis goes into the Twilight Shroud. But he's got to put something magical out from this if he's going to escape. Perfect execution away, jumps back to the Shroud. But Perks and Caps are on the chase. Reckless pushing in the bottom lane. Nemesis will fall, but Reckless will get a tower out of it.
I do like the decision here from Fnatic. Rather than TP in to try and save Nemesis, just use the time that G2 is spending.
Whippo trying to catch it out. Broxer is around as well. The hook comes out. Wonder about to come back up, but Hylissang's already been caught. Broxer and Whippo trying to run away from the bottom side of the fight as G2 have disengaged from the Baron. Hylissang will fall quickly, and Whippo will follow shortly after G2 fight.
Here comes the TP!
The TP is Reckless and Broxer run down towards the bottom side of the fight. Wonder on the chase, just needs to take out the jungler, and he can't quite do it. Broxer survives. Jankos doesn't have the ult, but does have the flash. Reckless trying to push him away, and Fnatic have kept their jungler alive.
And they also eat up so much time for G2. The time that it took them to run across the map means that they can't turn on the Baron, so Fnatic managed to stall it out. Instead, it's just the Infernal for the prize.
We can see that Body Slam ulti. That is way more important than finding a kill onto a Lee Sin.
Jankos in a perfect flank position. Perks getting damage down into Hylissang, but it's Reckless they've caught out. He tries to jump away, but Perks flashes forward, and the Stand United won't save you now. Two looking to take us all the way to 5 games. The last time these two teams met in finals, it was a one-way sweep, and Caps is unstoppable. He has shown up. Claps is in the house.
Caps has finally woken up. He's drunk his orange juice, and he is ready to play in the finals.
Strong.
G2 have that confidence that Yamato want, but they still need to respect Fnatic. They have the core itemization that they need, so if Fnatic could have get a team fight, make space for Reckless. He does damage.
Oh, great flash there from Mickey. He doesn't even run the risk. He takes Caps out to safety as 4 members of Fnatic commit into the mid lane. G2 now pushing his 3 men up to top.
Taunt lands onto Caps. He's going to flash away, but Reckless on the chase. The lantern comes out, and Caps escapes.
1 minute still left on the Baron, but Fnatic, their resources have to be divided between the 2 lanes. We have Wonder in mid, we have super minions pushing in bot. Fnatic have to find a way to hold the line.
Hylissang cooked back. Mickey has been on point, and Perks goes godlike. Now in a 4v5, Fnatic have to try and defend. Caps jumping in.
He's got it.
Catch out Whippo. Here goes Jankos, and it's a double for Perks. G2 are shredding Fnatic. They have to run back to the fountain, and G2 will open up this inhibitor tower and maybe even look for the win.
G2 looks so dominant in game 4. They have been able to cleanly bounce back. Fnatic, they were at match point. They've been in this situation, but G2 every time say that 2-1, this is their power spike. This is their comfort zone. Medic, we are going to game 5.
Perks chasing Nemesis away. The second Nexus tower will fall, and G2 will take us to game 5. Hub is really interesting to me. It could be jungle. We could see Shen top, Gragas support, Ornn in the jungle. It was played in the Superliga.
Has done an entire clear. He's now hit level 4, and he has arrived at the bot lane. Mickey and Perks are level 2, they're going in.
Hook lands onto Hylissang. The Scatter of the Week will connect as well, and the Ignite is ticking away. One more order would be enough. Perks flashes forward, first blood to him.
Fnatic to attempt to punish that in the coming minutes.
And through, we got to keep an eye on top lane.
Oh, Wonder's killed Whippo in the 1v1, and now meanwhile in the mid lane, G2 are destroying Fnatic. 3 minutes.
I was just standing there and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, he's going to be fine in that situation. They actually have the push. They have Broxer supporting him as well. Whippo actually looking for a bit of a trade in the 1 versus 1.
Hylissang caught out. Mickey flashes underneath the tower, lands the hook onto Broxer. But Fnatic will get their first kill. Now the teleport's coming in from G2. They're not willing to give this one without a fight. Reckless caught out. Jankos and Perks will take him down, and now Caps slices and dices up Broxer. Broxer no flash. Hylissang will escape to the top side, but Caps will fall. Hylissang power.
Oh, hold on, Caps. Maybe caught here. Here's Hilly behind him.
Caps the level down. Nemesis looking to steal away that ult. Hillesang coming in for the taunt, but Caps slices and dices and tries to get back onto Hillesang. Teleport coming in here as we see G2 looking for a bit more of the fight. Whippo kills
Tower to make the stun easy to land. And as I talk about a dive, here's G2.
Yanko stacks it up with the undertow. The damage coming out from Reckless. Reckless gets that. It's an awful dive from G2. And
Silas in team fights. And now we actually see Whipple roaming down. No ulti available.
for the damage. Gets stunned up, and here comes Wonder from the side. But Caps locked up as well. Nemesis trying to do what he can in this fight. Caps flashes away, and now Wonder is not in the best of shapes as Boxer comes in from the side. Wonder uses the perfect executions to get away, but Nemesis chases him down. Nemesis.
Unfortunately, it's only a Cloud Drake. If it was something more valuable like a Mount or Infernal, I'll hold it. Hilly.
Like going in, he's going to use the blade back. The unleashed power onto Hillesang gets him so low. He dodges away from the Dark Spear, but you cannot dodge the death sentence. And that is another kill to G2. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Wonder is trading with Rippo. Reckless crawled out, pops a feather storm, but Yankos is here, and he will smite Reckless where he stands. In the top lane, Rippo and Boxer took down Wonder in a 2v1.
And round two, the dive eventually works for G2 on the bot side of map that time around. Back to the Dragon. I may have to hold it though because we're still fighting. Here comes Hilly, round two, 1v2 Caps.
Dominus stolen away as the Stand United comes in. Caps trying to win the 1v2, but there's not really much you can do. Another shutdown. Yankos is waiting down the corner near the Krugs. You can see Nemesis fighting as well. Ripper has the teleport. Caps going in as Boxer and Nemesis force him away for the moment. But Hillesang so low. Teleport coming in here. Him from Fnatic. It's going to be Ripper joining the fight. You can see Reckless trying to do what he can. Ripper comes in and Nicky's so low, but the counter downforce coming in him from G2. And now Fnatic are collapsing in the fight. Ripper caught out 3 kills to G2, and Fnatic can do nothing about it.
Fnatic falter in the early skirmish. They do get an answer back onto Mickey, but it is only table scraps as G2 walk away with 3 kills. The defining factor in that fight was that Yankos was there first, but Brox is not done.
Boxer looking for the kill here, doesn't have the ultimate, but Reckless is on his way as well. Wonder coming in from the side, still has the flash and the stun, will connect onto Boxer. Wonder takes the kill. The Dragon goes down to kill G2 as well, and maybe...
Champions like Syndra really only work when they're able to 100 to 0 you, but meanwhile top.
Rippo praying to the Forge God, but there is no one listening. Caps goes 3-0 who have ever done that in EU history.
I do want to mention that Fnatic are grouping up, they're looking for the fight.
Gets onto the lantern! It was so close.
And Fnatic are looking for that fight because, as Betty has pointed out, they're in an issue with their side lanes.
Hillesang hooked up, Perks does have the unleashed power, won't pop it yet as Hillesang walks wounded away, dodges across the wall. Now Rex is not in the best of shapes as Perks continues to push forward.
That's
Yankos
a lot
on
of
the chase.
damage.
That's a lot of damage, and Yankos is unrelenting. He's on a rampage, and G2
the Rift held. They're trying to snowball this game with the lead that they have, and they need to. They do not want to give Fnatic breathe, and every time Fnatic tries something, G2 is shutting them down.
And the dive potential with this type of G2 composition, if Syndra ever catches someone out because of how shout waves, and then find these windows where he can cut back towards his team and start to use that team
Look
fight.
at all these wards that they have littered in their half of the jungle. They want to remain that pathway to allow them to challenge.
Lines up for them.
Caps now hunting down Whippo. Oh, he's in the shot. He's now found the crocodile.
really doesn't have that much armor. Caps takes a lot of damage though. The teleport coming out as Hillesang uses the Stand United. Now Mickey looks for the hook, doesn't quite connect. Hits the minion. Caps going back in. Counter TP coming out, and now the fight's going to erupt on the top lane because the teleport is behind G2. It's Wonder. He's going in, but look at the damage coming out from Nemesis. The lantern comes out. The death sentence doesn't quite hit, and Reckless is finally joining the fight. G2 pushing forward in the top lane, but Fnatic are fighting back. Whipple jumping in. Hillesang there as well. Look at the damage of Fnatic. They find the fight. G2 overstep, and Fnatic strike. This is the taunt. Caps is on the backside of this. He doesn't have the ult, but here comes Wonder. The Baron is too much for Fnatic right now. They cannot do it. Mickey lands the hook. It's only onto Hillesang. Wonder coming in with a Hextech gunblade. Caps fighting off towards the top side. He takes down Nemesis. And now Props is not in the best of shape. Wonder jumping off the back line. Another hook hits. And G2 somehow in a 3.
Will Whippo even attempt the steal?
You've got to go for it. You've got to go for it right here. Here comes the call of Forge God. But there's 2,000 HP left on the Baron. G2 waited out. And G2 secure it. 22 minutes. So the bottom tier 2 falls. Mid has fallen as well. Top still remains, but she's on Perks alongside a blasting wand. And now the fight starts in the top lane as Caps tries to slice and dice away. But Fnatic are looking for their fallen teammate. Caps falls the dominance, but he will fall. G2 pushing in the bottom.
and they should be able to secure this objective as Wonder pushes in the mid lane. Silas has to base, which means that for now it is a 4 versus 4 stun lands.
Key thing is that Nemesis doesn't have TP. He have to walk to this fight.
He's going to mid lane though as Wonder is pushing that in. Whippo chunked out just a little bit. G2 unable to take the tower as of yet. Hylissang stepping forward. G2 realized that Fnatic had gone towards mid, so they reset. They go back towards top, and this should be the tower going down. Now Whippo, his ultimate not available as the tower goes below half HP. G2 still pushing in. They've got a cannon wave here. Mickey looking for the hook, can't quite land it onto Hylissang, and G2 are still able to defend. Oh, sorry, Fnatic is still able to defend. G2 chipping away. In the end, Fnatic say, okay, we'll give up the tower, but we haven't lost too much from this Baron.
Yeah, Fnatic are actually just trying to slow down the game, maybe catch out.
Upgraded Infinity Edge, the Molten Edge on him. Bissell Mask as well on Whippo as the fight begins once again. It was Hylissang who was hooked. Ragnarok was popped by Jankos. The hook misses onto Nemesis, and Fnatic 5 members strong defending this mid lane.
Here comes the engage once again from Whippo.
Call of the Forge God onto the lantern here.
They got him!
With the flash double taunt. They've got him! Fnatic strike! They fight! Up towards the top side of the map.
That's actually massive. Using that ultimate right before the Infernal spawns. Finally, a decent Drake is going to be on the board in 30 seconds, and we're also playing for the Baron.
Ragnarok in there by Jankos trying to force.
Successful fight. G2 still maintains strong control over the whole map.
Whippo's spider senses were tingling as he finds Jankos in the pit by himself. The Stand United coming out. There's no fight on the top side. It's only happening in the goal. And Whippo steals away the Infernal Scout. We'll see Jankos falls as he gets out of the GA. You can see the fight continuing as Jankos flashes away. Now Whippo going in, the teleport coming out as well, and Hylissang dodges across the wall. TP in by Fnatic, who wonders already on the killing spree. Whippo takes down Jankos, and look at that, Nemesis is falling at the start of the fight. It's all on Reckless. He's the only damage source left for Fnatic. The G2 stun him up. They lock him down. He goes into the Featherstorm. Whippo trying to do what he can on the front line of this, but he will fall as well. 3 for 1 in favor of G2.
And they don't have Yanko, so it might not mean the turn towards the Baron, especially with Broxa there, but they do have a massive numbers advantage. G2 marching down mid.
Fnatic picked the wrong fight. They spend too much time trying to kill Jankos, allowing G2 to get this collapse, which means that the engage from Whippo wasn't there. Nemesis TP'd into an unfavorable fight, and all G2 are going to do is break into the base and secure their first inhibitor of the game.
They're going to devastate the base of Fnatic here. They'll take one inhib in mid, they'll take the inhib tower in the top and the bottom lane as well. Fnatic.
But G2 have control over the map.
Yeah, they've got the map control in the bot, and now marching up into the mid lane. Fnatic are forced off without Call of the Forge Guard. They can't approach this.
Fnatic needs to get back and defend because now their second inhibitor is the target of G2's gaze. Perk's going forward, Nemesis tries to get onto him, but he completes him! The unleashed power! The force of Perks straight onto the face of Nemesis, and now
Fnatic will not take the gamble. This will be Baron for G2 Esports.
33 minutes. Another miraculous moment.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate this Game 5. We saw the two distinct styles in 2018, their team fighting, and while they fell behind in the early game, they found so many successful fights. They look for another one, the engage falls short. They're now, once again, on the back foot as G2 look to engage, look to end the final, look to crown themselves as the Summer Split champion.
And again, Whippo uses the ultimate. There's no follow-up. It's a huge cooldown missing. G2 are waiting for their moment. It is one last push.
Nemesis chunked out by Wonder down towards the bottom side of the fight, but G2 just care about this inhibitor tower. Wonder pushing in the wave, the super minions on their way. You can see the stun lands in the sand, the unleashed power from Perks, but Broxa goes in. Perks goes golden, right at the right moment, and Captain's jumping from his backline. Nemesis is down, it's all on Reckless. The G2 have found the fight, they found the kills, they have found their moment. Fnatic are unable to defend, and G2 with 5 players are going to look to close out this game.
Here comes the teleports.
Yeah, Caps is looking to base. The TP is coming in. They're looking to take everything away from the base of Fnatic. They still have the Baron buff. Fnatic did what they could to hold the line, but this is going to be it.
Wonder stunned up, but he is able to survive, and now the Nexus Tower is the target for G2. Fnatic needs something miraculous. They need something from the Forge God himself, but they cannot find it. G2 are pushing in. G2 are taking the Nexus Towers. Reckless gets the Stand United. Jankos almost forward, but he's going to go into the GA, and now Caps is focusing the Nexus down towards the bottom side. Hylissang trying to fight as much as he can, but the Nexus is the target, and G2, they take it. They prove with the whole world watching, they are the best team in the world, and G2 are your champions.